What's going on, guys? It's Garrett Henderson, the Idiot Goldwinger. I want to talk to my Goldwing family out there, all 3 or 4 of you that subscribe to me. Thank you so much. We've got the best, absolute best motorcycle made to man. So I got a couple of tips if you want to take a 4,000-mile tour on your Honda Goldwing. Stand by for this amazing intro. That was the intro. This is the intro of me. What do you think, you're Steven Spielberg with your intros? Come on, this is YouTube, for crying out loud. Okay, you must replace that seat. You must upgrade the seat. You cannot have the original OEM seat. I purchased the Honda upgraded OEM seat. I think I'm the only one that got that because it's $1,000. It's not a Corbin seat. It's not a Saddleman seat. It's not all these other seats I saw at Sturgis. Now, I can't put those down. I can't say good or bad about them. But all I can say is that was the best $1,000 extra that I bought was that seat. My wife and I, we rode until we were just exhausted. It never became a pain problem. It never became, oh, I got a problem in my back, coccyx area. Nothing. It was, we're exhausted, let's stop. So that's nice. 2, upgrade the windshield. You can get the Honda OEM upgrade. It's simple, it's cheap, it's $209. You can put it on in minutes, okay? Gives you wider and it gives you higher visibility. 3, the upper wind deflectors. You must get the upper wind deflectors. They were exceptional. Now, I also have the lower wind deflectors. The verdict is out yet because I've yet to ride in cold weather. But the upper ones, to be able to pull them in and then have the air, literally you could feel it just comes right at you, or you can vary them from a lot of wind to no wind. It was really nice. The next thing is the luggage rack. You need to get a luggage rack. I recommend the Gold Strike light strike luggage rack. It's not cheap. It's about $500. It's not the easiest to put on, but it's not hard enough where you cannot do it. Why? Because we ended up getting a nice bag. You guys could see in the other video. So I had a luggage rack to put it because, you know, when you're traveling, you're always buying stuff, right? Us Goldwingers, we're not the brokest people. We're probably some of the most successful people on the planet, right? That's why we own the Goldwing. So we're buying shit all the time. And if you bring your wife with you and you're buying this, you're buying that, you got to have a place to put it. So I highly, highly recommend that. Next is full face helmet. There is no way you can ride without a full face helmet. I don't care who you are. Look, I love the half helmet. I love the micro dot helmets. I love them. Lighter than a bottle of water. But you cannot use those on these 4,000-mile journeys. You must be able to protect your face the whole way, and I'm going to tell you why right now. When it rains or hails so profusely, okay, think about in your car when you shut your windshield wipers off. You can't see shit. Well, that's the same thing. So I literally have to lower the windshield in heavy rain, and without that full face helmet, forget it. What, I'm going to be out there with that hit pelting me in the eyes, in the face? Full face helmet. The other must is earplugs. You must use earplugs. Now, earplugs vary. Now, this is a cheap one. You can feel it. I don't know if you can see it. It's like harder. And then there's like these Molex ones that are like squishy and they can really squish down. I recommend these. Now, I know that if you really make them skinny and you really wedge them in there and they blow up in your ear, that's a little excessive. Basically, you're wearing earplugs so that when you're riding by these asshole tractor trailers, especially the ones who just are so bored in their cab and they're like fucking with you and like come over on you, or they're falling asleep, or they're just bored to death because whatever, it must be awful to be a truck driver. Awful. I'm sorry if you're a truck driver, but I could never do it. I see you guys come out of your cabs because I'm stopping for gas everywhere. So I'm going to like every stop, truck stop. And I saw this guy come out in his fucking underwear. He came out of his cab in his underwear and Crocs. His belly was bigger than, he was absolutely disgusting. I was like, how could you legally drive a freaking... Okay, That's enough about truck drivers. But I get it. They just live in their cab, and it's just disgusting. Where am I going with that? Oh yeah, the earplugs. So when you pass these guys, it's over 100 decibels. It is fucking deafening. And some of the roads, like these new cement roads that have the grooves in them. So if you're on blacktop, you're golden. But now I see this new style, and I think it keeps noise down. I think if I remember seeing something on PBS, there's a new groove that they put in the blacktop or the cement or some sort of macadam on the top. And it's loud though, and it's like it's louder, but I think it takes the noise away. Or I don't know if it's for traction, or maybe because it's snowy out here and I don't know, but it's loud. So you gotta have the earplugs. The next thing I have to tell you is you need to tell people where you're going. Try to leave an itinerary, or your son, your daughter, your father, anybody, a friend, anybody. Just let them know where you're going, because I got caught in a tornado and I had no warning. The tornado was so quick that the weather system didn't even notify us on the phone. So had my son or someone knew where I was and he saw this awful weather, he could have called me and said, "Dad, a tornado is coming." So that's one thing we should have maybe with the Goldwing. Now, Cruiseman, I have to disagree with you. I love the infotainment. I love the navigation. But it would be nice if we had radar, weather with maybe radar. That would be pretty cool, because that's going into my other tips. So how you handle riding through emergency situations, i.e. a sandstorm, windstorm, hailstorm, tornado, hurricane. Because no one's doing that on purpose. If you're traveling across the country and all of a sudden it starts to rain and then it just morphs into this awful, ungodly weather pattern, you're stuck. What do you do? So having someone know, hey, you're going to be going from Sioux Falls to Rochester, Minnesota, you know, your kids or someone could look out and maybe warn you. And then if it starts to rain and you put your rain gear on, I want to get into rain gear real quick. It's good to open up your phone and look at the radar, okay, and see, or maybe you can have the radar on your phone on a holder, and that way you're still using your navigation. A mistake that we made, and it cost me dearly. Luckily, we were alive. We ran through a cell of a tornado. We didn't run through the funnel, but we ran through the outskirts with it. And fuck you to you cars that could care less that my wife and I are going 5 miles an hour on the shoulder in a goddamn tornado, and you're whipping by us and like almost clipping us because all you're doing is caring about yourself. Fuck you. So, and shout out to Alta Bank that you happen to be where I was, where I jumped up over the curb to find shelter in a tornado situation. And the hell with you guy at the Sleep Inn, which I love. The Sleep Inn here in Rochester, Minnesota. I highly recommend that you stay here. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but fuck you to the lobby guy, because after that awful ordeal, we get to the hotel. I park underneath the canopy. I go inside. We're like wet ducks. My wife and I looked like wet ducks. It looked like we jumped into a river. So don't get one-piece rain suit. More of that in a second. I go in to check into the hotel. The guy was such a prick. I asked him, I said, was there a tornado? He's like, yep. Go move your bike. He wanted me to go move my fucking motorcycle in that moment. I'm like, I look in the lobby and I see everybody looking up at the Weather Channel. The weather was that bad. It had stopped everybody in their tracks. But how do you know it when you're out on a motorcycle? It's up to you to be prepared. So the only things you can do is full face helmet, rain suit. Now, let's talk about the rain suit. Fuck the one-piece rain suits. The hell with that. Guys, look, I'm cursing on the videos because I'm an idiot Goldwinger and I'm speaking to adults. I'm speaking to probably wealthy, rich adults. You guys can handle the language. On my TikTok with my 34,000 electricians, I don't say any bad words because I deal with a lot of younger people, but you guys can handle it. So starts to rain. My wife and I decide to pull over and put our rain suits on. We're already wet. My wife says to me, we should get two-piece rain suits. And I go, no, that ain't right. Let's get one-piece rain suits. Well, she's right again. Don't get a one-piece rain suit. They're so hard to put on when you're in the rain. You got to take your boots off. You're putting them on. It's raining. You're already wet. It sucked. So something big, oversized that you could just throw up, maybe with bibs on it, or like suspenders and then a jacket. Go with that. Don't go with the one-piece rain suits. Because you know what? It didn't matter what I wore. When we got through that, my helmet, inside my helmet was completely wet. Inside my clothes, my shoes were, my rainproof motorcycle boots were as wet as they could be. So it didn't matter really what rain gear we had, because when you go into those type of environments, but don't get the one-piece rain suits. Get the other rain suits. The next thing is a rain cover, a half rain cover. Get a half rain cover. It's a half cover. Honda makes it. I'm not sure how much it is, but it's got the nice Goldwing logo on it. It's very fast to install, and it just really covers the top half of the bike. It's got a clear front, not clear, but it says front. You just throw it out over the bike. You can do it by yourself or with your partner or whoever's with you. Goes right over the front and goes over the back trunk, and it has some elastic straps that wrap right around the foot pegs. Now, I'll tell you why that's fantastic. One, if it does hail, okay, which it often does in the summertime, there's enough of a stretch there that the hail will bounce off and not damage your bike. So in addition of keeping your bike dry and the heat and the sun off of it, it'll protect it against hail. So I recommend that. Now, what I don't recommend is fucking moto camping. Fuck that moto camping. You guys, that's, these YouTube videos, I follow you guys like, the Bible, right? Because I am a Christian. I am a proud American. So I follow the YouTube videos. I trust you. So you guys who maybe spend $2,000 on a fucking Yeti bag with top-of-the-line camping gear and fucking sleeping bags and mattress pads and all this shit because, oh, you'll never find a room at Sturgis. Oh, if you don't book by December in Sturgis, you'll never find a room. My God, there were so many rooms. And I drugged this 55-pound Yeti bag from New Jersey to Sturgis, South Dakota. And there's no fucking way I'm moto camping. I can't see how you guys can moto camp. I mean, look, I'm 59 years old, but I don't see Goldwingers moto camping, man. Come on, you can't afford. Look, the rooms were like $70 to $100. And Sturgis, there was a little bit more during the rally. I think we paid at Mount Rushmore Inn, which was decent. I liked it. It was about 250 bucks for a night or something like that. But there were rooms everywhere. So, I was thinking I had to camp. Thank God I didn't have to camp. It was 100 degrees, so fuck that moto camping. I went to the fastest UPS, or actually I went to a post office. I said, you know what, ship this shit back to New Jersey. They go, sir, it costs less if you just go to UPS. I'm like, I don't want to see it again. I don't care how much it is. Ship it back. It cost me $138 to ship it back. So it cost me $2,000 for it, $138, and then a pain in the ass bringing that thing all the way. So you don't need to moto camp. You don't need to worry about fuel. There's plenty of gas stations. We got I think I average about 3.5 gallons every time I'd fill up. God, I can't tell you. I'm going to make another video when I get back and get my credit card statement to tell me how many goddamn times I stopped and I filled up with fuel. And that's why I was talking about these disgusting truck drivers that come out with their flip-flops and their underwear. Oh my God, you guys have a terrible fucking life. Okay, enough of a rant. Let me say that I am having the time of my life. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a drug person. I'm a sober person. I'm a business person. I'm a family man. I'm a father. But let me tell you, barring being married to a wonderful woman and having fantastic kids who are taking over my electrical contracting business, the joy that God has given me by experiencing this Honda Goldwing has been a gift. I can't tell you how fun and amazing and happy I am with this Goldwing. It is it's exhilarating, guys, to be out on the road and in the free air. I'm always thinking about like Peter Fonda and Easy Rider and how those guys were, and just it's true. And to experience different regions of our country. I mean, I'm a proud Christian American, and I'm even more prouder. And I'm more prouder of my Methodist. I'm a United Methodist, and coming out to the Midwest where us Methodists and Protestants really discovered this country. And I'm not trying to I'm not turning this into a religious thing, but I hear enough about other religions, and it's just so nice to come back to like the ground roots of where we're from, and seeing like the Wesleyan College, and just to get away from the immigration areas of the Northeast and in Miami, and to come to where it's a wholesome area. I just never experienced it. The smells of the corn in the air, also the manure. There's some spots that just smell awful, but you talk to some people and they're like, you know what, when I smell that, it just reminds me of home, and I love it. So, meeting different people, and it's just been an experience. And I feel bad for the few of you who said you couldn't pay me enough to come with you on this trip, and you've missed out on an incredible trip. Now, it's a trip that it's not cheap trip, and it's not a fast trip. We left in July 21st. I had 788 miles on my Goldwing, and ended up with almost 4,000 miles in Sturgis. Had an awful experience at Vern Ide Power Sports. They changed my oil and damaged the O-rings. Oil leaked all out. But it wasn't a catastrophe, because I was able to make it to Cycle City in Rochester. Cycle City! I think I bought this shirt from them just to thank them. They really helped me out, and I got my oil changed. But it's just an amazing, you meet some great people. And, Honda, all I want to say to you, Honda, is you need to exploit this motorcycle. Honda, you need to make this format, this straight six motorcycle, in every different flavor you can, from solo seat to the straight bagger with the flared bags. You need to compete with the Harley Davidson. You need to really dress these things up and have options, and you're just leaving money on the table, because you should have different exhaust tones. You should just exploit it. It's such a dream to drive. It is the very, very best motorcycle. And the only thing I'm missing is brotherhood. There is no brotherhood with the Honda. The dealership network is awful. There is no like street bike section of Honda anymore. It's all adventure bikes and off-road bikes. You can't get coffee. You can't meet anybody at a dealership. It's just, you go to the Honda dealerships, and you meet friends, and it's just a brother, and it's a brotherhood, and it's something that I sincerely regret. But I love the Goldwing so much that it was worth giving up that brotherhood. And it's Garrett Henderson, the Idiot Goldwinger, and I'm hoping, if you're still here, that maybe you could follow and like and subscribe and join, and maybe we can make our own Goldwing club nationwide somehow. We can call it the Idiots. I don't know. But I need some more friends with Goldwings that can experience what I'm experiencing. So I wanted to go back quick and say, look, if you're a younger person out there, now I'm going to put the father cap on. It's not your time yet, guys. I'm 59 years old. You don't want to take these months and months long excursions when you're a younger person. It's your time to make money and earn your money, and build your financial wealth, so that when you get older like me, you can experience this. You can buy anything you want. You can go anywhere you want. And that takes sacrifice. So I didn't do this at 29, 39, 49. Would I have wanted to? Absolutely. But who knows if I could have handled that, right? And the other thing I want to say off topic a little bit is, got to be careful with this legal marijuana, okay? I think maybe as a kid, if it was legal, maybe I wouldn't be here today. I honestly have to say that. So just be careful with your partying and your drinking and all that. But it's time to make your money, make your business, get your family in order, and then it's time for you and your wife to party. It's Garrett Henderson, the Idiot Goldwinger. If you're asking why they call me the Idiot Goldwinger, well, because I am an idiot, because I dropped my Goldwing on the second day in my driveway. You can see that video. And the guy wrote, "You're an idiot. An idiot operator error." So I go, you know what? That's a perfect acronym. Is that a right word, acronym? Or handle, the Idiot Goldwinger. So guys, it's the Idiot Goldwinger from Rochester, Minnesota, making a little video to you. Hope you learned something. Remember, emergencies come up. All you can do is prepare for them. And I forgot, I want to give a shout out. The only thing that I really did use was this. So I bought a jump starter. I brought camping gear. I brought too many clothes, too many pants, too much stuff. The only thing that I got that I actually used was this pump. If I can press it, maybe it'll go on. This is a pump I bought on Amazon. It was like $39. It came with USB. Man, I'm going to charge it up if it's not charged. But it came with this. And you know what? Maybe you guys can help me too. Is I noticed that when you go to motorcycle, it's like in a different setting. Like it's not like here it says 40 pounds per square inch because it's under, it says PSI. But if you go to, that's the battery, I guess I'm full battery. KPA? I don't know what KPA is. I guess is that metric? Because I guess a lot of stuff is in metric. So I am the idiot Goldwinger. I'll have to use it. But I just change it to the auto. Because if you go to motorcycle, it goes to that KSA. And if you go to, motorcycle. If you go to auto, it goes to PSI. So I'm used to 36 pounds on the front and 41 pounds on the back. And I noticed without using this, my rear tire got down to 30 pounds, pressure from 41. So this was something that I'm glad I bought. Pretty much everything else was just clothes, full face helmet, earplugs, upgraded seat, the windshield, the wind deflectors, the luggage rack, the extra lighting, and then letting people know where you're at so they can tell you, hey, Dad, there's a tornado coming your way. 2-piece rain suits. We can go on and on and on. Please subscribe for more. And let's make a little club, guys. It's the Idiot Goldwinger from Rochester, Minnesota saying, see you on the next one. Goodbye.